redeeming court be now open. I call forth Reverend Phoenix, Reverend Alyssa, and Reverend Tony.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Lustration. My name is Reverend Phoenix Williams. I am the Templar Deemster, and please join us as we work on expanding our temple structures and recognizing the hard work of folks who are elevating into the next phase of their ministry by having bigger, deeper, grander structures and organizations within our larger tradition.
We have an application from Moon Willow Shrine. Representing the shrine will be the shrine head, Reverend Mary Hawk.
Welcome, Reverend Mary. Thank you. So, Mary, if you would begin for us by explaining the main goals and purpose of your group, you'd prefer to read, you can.
Thank you. We are here to be a Corellian presence here in Nashville. We believe it's very important to develop pagan community. All the members of Moon Willow Shrine are involved in Nashville Pagan Pride Day and in other community projects.
What has been the most rewarding thing for you so far in acting in this capacity?
It's been seeing us grow. It started as an outgrowth of we started as a coven with Lucy and I, and we decided to become a Corellian shrine, and then we were joined this year by Chrissy. So, because she contacted me about becoming Corellian after working with me and Lucy and reading about the Corellian tradition. So that's really been the most rewarding part.
Excellent, thank you.
You just mentioned a few minutes ago about your work with Nashville Pagan Pride. I have not had the opportunity to attend Nashville Pagan Pride. So could you give me an idea of what the members of your shrine do through that event and how you're reaching out?
Well, Lucy and I have been co-coordinators for Nashville Pagan Pride Day since 2011. And we started with attendance of about 250 people. We have now grown. Our largest attendance was around 2,000. That was before COVID. We're averaging around 1,500. We have around 60 vendors. We have generally 2 to 3 rituals, entertainment, and workshops. And we want this to be a point where pagans come from all over Middle Tennessee to have a chance to fellowship with other pagans. It's a chance for people who aren't familiar with paganism to come out and see what paganism is, to attend workshops that present paganism, to attend a ritual and see what it is, to see some pagan entertainment, see merchants, and just gain an understanding of paganism. I'm very proud of the fact that we moved to Metro Parks in 2013 because we'd really outgrown the UU church where we had been holding the event, and we built a really good relationship with them. They love us, and they always work with us.
Very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh. What special challenges do you feel like you face in your area that other Karelian groups might not face?
Well, the biggest challenge for us in Tennessee and has been the outgrowth of Christian nationalism in our General Assembly. And I know it's all over our country, but we have a ultra right group that is running our state right now. They are passing a lot of legislation that is really contrary to the will of most Tennesseans, but it is making it harder for us, I believe. And it may not be any harder here than it is for other pagans, but it is definitely, the needle is swinging for us. Nashville is overall a very liberal, multicultural city. And until very recently, I was not nervous at all about being a very public pagan here. And that is not necessarily the case anymore. I'm certainly not changing it. I couldn't change it if I wanted to. But the needle is definitely swinging to the right here.
Do you have any strategies or thoughts on how you're going to be handling that in the future?
We working on building community so we can stand together is my strategy. We need strong community bonds so we can support each other, so we can deal with incidents as they happen.
Thank you.
Should you receive a successful deeming and you go on in the temple making process, are there any temples, is there any temple heads out there that kind of shape your vision or give you kind of any inspiration as far as what you would like to do, what you would like to see, and maybe what you would like to see yourself evolve into as a prospective temple head? Is there anybody out there that's inspiring to you?
As a temple head, certainly Reverend Jason is.
Okay.
I know him very well, and I'm really inspired by what he has done with his temple and how they work with another temple to put on some really inspiring rituals every Sabbath. And I've been to their local lustrations when I'm able to do so. So he's someone who is really inspired.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions for me?
What do you think is most needed by the Karelian tradition in the future?
I think the biggest thing we need to do is reach out to young people. We have got to grow our future as a tradition.
All right. That's your last question.
Who would you say has been the greatest help to you during your time with the Karelian tradition, and why would that person be the one you would think of?
Reverend Don.
Can you expand?
The reason why, there are lots and lots of reasons.
Sure.
You know, I've learned so much from him. He is such a wise person, but the biggest thing I've learned from him is you can be a deeply spiritual person, and at the same time, you can be a very real person and meet life with a really wicked sense of humor. And being spiritual doesn't mean you're always way up here on the mountain.
Thank you.
That fits through.
I have no other questions.
All right, I have no questions.
Lucy, could you step forward, please? Just stand right next to where Reverend Aaron was. So you've been named on multiple occasions as being a rock hard support and someone who has helped Reverend Mary grow all of the things that she's been working on. Is it your desire to participate in the temple making process and expand this group?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Reverend Mary.
Thank you.
Our next application is from Temple of Trivia.
We're not going to hear the application for Temple of Trivia at this time. You can go ahead to our next.
Next, we have application from Circle of the Mystic Road by its temple head, Reverend Leo Yeager. On behalf of Reverend Leo and his shrine, we're going to have Reverend Tim read for him.
Welcome, Reverend Tim.
Thank you for reading for Leo.
Reverend Tim, can you explain to us the main goals and purpose of this group?
A group was created as a way to present topics and education to a group of like-minded individuals interested in the Karelian tradition. As a Karelian shrine, we also want to increase presence and knowledge about the tradition in this area.
Can you share how many members are part of Circle of the Mystic Grove?
Currently, there are 6 active members in the group. We meet in person twice monthly. We meet at the house of one of the members. Previously, we met at the house for rituals and met at a metaphysical store for our education, social, and crafting nights.
Can you please share what activities, events, or accomplishments the group has completed within the past year?
Within the last year, we've held numerous crafting nights, education nights, new full moon rituals, and Sabbath rites. Our biggest event the past year was the Samhain ritual with close to 50 people in attendance. This also included a hand fasting for one of our members as the act of power.
In what ways do you believe a successful deeming will impact your group?
Our group has currently been meeting for over 2 years. We've been a witness shrine since October of 24. A successful demon would probably most impact the overall sense of accomplishment and renewed goals moving forward.
What has been the greatest challenge you have faced since first becoming a Karelian shrine, and how have you handled it?
We're a real-time group. The biggest challenge for this format is scheduling times that everyone's personal schedules align. Next one. The biggest challenge we face is growth in the number of members. 5 of the 6 active members have been present since our first gathering in January of 24. We had over 20 people present at the ritual presentation. Some have moved out of the area and some have embraced other paths. We have had 10 plus people that have come to an introductory meetup since the time, and most have not been a fit for our group.
Two steps to this one here. What projects do you have planned for the next year and then further out over the next 10 years?
Currently, we're planning education nights with each member of the group presenting a topic. We're also planning a regional lustration. We also have Sabbat ritual and a few new full moon rituals as scheduling permits. Successful deeming at this point will not change our current paths. My future goals include incorporating as a 501c3 corporation and registering as a religious organization. Recruitment and retention is something we also plan on placing more focus on, recently discussing this very recently. Once we reach full temple status, our goal is to offer the degree classes in person as well as offering additional education programs.
What special challenges, if any, do you face in your area that might be different from groups and temples elsewhere?
I feel most groups are experiencing similar challenges. I feel the biggest challenge is more people focusing on very specific paths. Finding online groups or similar people has become much easier. Additionally, in larger areas, finding in-person groups for many of these paths has become easier.
Who has been the greatest help to you during your time in the tradition and why?
Many people have been helpful during my time in the tradition. Over the past couple of years, I would definitely say Lady Lissa, Lord Phoenix, and Lady Kai have been the most helpful and influential. I would also need to recognize Lady Autumn, who is my second degree mentor, and also the Imperium as the Imperium we operate our wooden shrine under.
I know all those people. Cool.
Well, not the second. The first of
What do you think is most needed by the Corellian tradition in its future?
As the old saying goes, there is strength in numbers. I think overall recruitment, marketing, and fundraising should be priorities.
Thank you, Lord Tim. Thank you, Reverend Leo.
We have a deeming application for the Coven of Enchanted Lights by its shrine head, Reverend Athena. On behalf of them, we're going to have Reverend Tina represent.
Thank you, Reverend Tina. Can you start off by explaining the main goals and purposes of the group?
To use the teachings in our teachings as a guide to foster goodwill between people of all faiths.
Please share with us how many members are in your group, how often the group meets, and where.
There are 312 so far. We are online only, so we have members everywhere. Online sessions have been paused due to a revamp of the website.
Can you please share what activities or accomplishments the group has completed within the last year?
More than 42 have joined for our first degree and bought the Corellian first degree as part of our curriculum.
In what ways do you believe a successful deeming will impact your group?
We have already been deemed as the Amethyst Eagle Coven. We have grown since then and don't use that name, so we thought we should get it in the new name that we currently use.
I think we have already been answered that it's an online group. What would you say has been the greatest challenge that you've faced since becoming a Corellian shrine, and how did you handle it?
I, as the leader, got ill. I didn't have the infrastructure in place to have it continue as before. I've learned and have now built an infrastructure so that members won't suffer when I am gone.
Can you share what projects Reverend Athena has planned for the next year, and if she believes a successful deeming will make any difference for those projects?
As part of the infrastructure, we need updated deeming to better represent who we are and where we came from. You are part of our DNA. the basis for our beliefs. We want to make sure everything we do shows our lineage.
And in the next 10 years, what kind of projects are planned?
We are moving physically to Arizona, and we want to create a place that everyone, including any others from any other shrine or temple, can come for Sabbats and Esbats. A main building and places for elders to stay for free during these times.
What special challenges, if any, do you face in your area that may be different from shrines elsewhere?
The only thing in our way is money, but we believe that we can manifest what is needed as long as it harms none.
Thank you, thank you.
We do not have any more applications for temple deeming. We have completed all applications.
Excellent, then we will deliberate and make our announcements following the lustration ritual proper. Thank you for everyone who has been in attendance. Who's gonna go ahead and adjourn this Demon Council right now?